Soulmates, twin flames. It's a topic that we love. So, twin flames are interesting. They're challenging relationships sometimes. They are relationships where there's a lot of triggering in, and the triggering allows for growth. They can be relationships that last, but often don't because people can't work through the triggering aspect of it. But those that do learn how to maneuver through the relationship, understand that the triggers are there to allow them to evolve. That connection is significant for consciousness. So once a twin flame dynamic can find their way, allow the relationship to have the growth that has needed to occur, so there's that evolution within both of them, they are here to really expand the consciousness of us. That's the reason why they're here. They start by working on themselves, and through that relationship, but then they're here for a bigger reason. So they're exciting, but not every twin flame dynamic makes it, because we're all at different levels of consciousness, and some just aren't at that space where they can lock in the lessons they need to with enough time to do what they're here for. So that's the twin flame. Challenging relationship, but when it works, it works. Soulmates, we kind of touched on it previously in a different video. So this is where we have relationships that are not always romantic. We always think about it romantic. We overuse the word and we use it incorrectly most of the time. Yes, they can be romantic. They can also be friendships and family, other types of relationships. They are relationships where we are that close, it is as if we are the same. Quite often, doesn't mean that you meet them at the start of your life. No, you can meet them at any time of your life, but the connection is significant. It can feel like you're the same person. Because there's so much the same about you. It also can be sometimes really hard to be away or spend a lot of time not communicating with your soulmate once you've kind of had that connection here. So there is this pull. They are relationships, once again, to teach us. There's normally significant lessons within that. Might just be one lesson. Once that, for some of these soulmate connections, once those lessons are learned, the relationship dissolves. It's what it's needed. The connection for this lifetime has been ticked off on the why that they came together. They connect again in the celestial. So, because they're always, it's one of those things, you're never too far apart. Sometimes even one will incarnate and one won't. So one can almost be as a guiding light from the celestial to help. But if both incarnate, they will eventually find each other. It feels easy, even though there are lessons in there. Now, as I said, not every soulmate connection is a one that sort of ends well or has the lessons are really positive ones. Quite often, you may and your soulmate may have agreed in this carnation to have a big major teaching moment. Like one's a teacher, one's the student, and they can bring up significant growth in that space. And once that occurs, as I said, it's almost like a dissolves. But generally speaking, they're really profound, significant relationships. As I said, you're cut from the same cloth. You come from the same energy. This is why it is hard to be away. It's like a real magnetic pull. You can often even know how, because the connection is so significant, you may not talk. Like one may be away, one person might not be, and for whatever reason you're not talking, but you will know what's going on. You will feel it. The connection is that intense. It's almost like a mother-child thing. The mothers know what's going on with their children. But it's the same kind of thing. You will know how they're feeling. You'll know, you'll have an awareness. And it's not that you're being unethical, it's just this connection that is so significant. It's, as I said, all relationships that we encounter here, whether they are twin flames, soulmates, or just our vanilla relationships, are here so we can learn from them or teach, depending on which role we're taking in the dynamic. So there is growth and elevation to occur. That's the whole reason. We do learn from experiences, but relationships are one of our big ones because most experiences normally encounter someone in that experience. But not always, but that's our why. We're here to learn, grow, have fun, integrate, and spread, I'm going to say, love. Change the frequency through that. So, do you have a twin flame? Have you had a twin flame relationship? I'd like to know that. And have you had a soulmate connection in this lifetime that you are aware of? It may still be something that you have. It may have served its purpose and now moved on. I'd love to hear your stories.